GM, GMC owners, those who have the full-size Tahoe, Yukons, and GMC and GM pickups, and you have that annoying problem with your passenger side carpet getting wet after it rains or after you go through a car wash. I think I found the problem, and I'll give you the solution to that. So let's get started on that. I have an 05 Yukon myself, and it's pretty easy to disassemble. Just take your time and you shouldn't have a problem. First you have to take your cowling and wiper arms off, and to do that you got a cowling cap on either end. That thing just pops right off. You take that off, and then they're right in front. There are 4 clips. There's a clip right there. It attaches to the cowling and the firewall. Those are easily pried off with a screwdriver. Take your wiper arms off. You'll have to take the nut off the top of the wiper arm and pry it off the spline. And if it hasn't been off in a while, it's going to be on there pretty tight. Okay. The other thing, you have 2 Torx screws on either side of the cowling. Take those 2 Torx screws out. Then there's 1 plastic plug right in the middle of that cowling. 4 clips, 2 screws, and that body plug right in the middle. Pop that off, and you can set that cowling aside. Alright, let me get the hood open. Okay, with the hood open and the cowl gone, you can see that everything's exposed there. You can see the wiper motor and the arms, and right down to this is where your wipers was attached. The splines, they're pretty tight. If they hadn't been off in a while, you're going to have to pry them off, and be very careful not to damage your glass, which is right there, or any of the painted parts of your vehicle. Just be careful and work it, and it'll eventually come off. On this side of your cowl, right down here, see if I can get this flashlight. Of course, it'll probably be in the way. You can probably see that there's a little flapper down there. If I can get my hand in there. Right there, that's the vent for the cowl when the water goes down below your wiper motor. That's where it runs out, and if you have any debris in the way, you can just reach right in there and pick it out. There's one on each side of that cowl. Also be sure and disconnect your windshield washer lines that go up to the wiper arms. Let's move over here to the other side of the vehicle. If you'll notice right here, there's a gasket. It's kind of worn out, dry. I'm going to have to replace that. That just kind of helps deflect some water and directs air down into the cowl area. Over here to the left, on the passenger side of this cowling, this right here is about a 5x12 plastic cover. This cover is put on at the factory prior to them painting the car, and it's supposed to be sealed. What I found, that this was not sealed on 3 sides because the seal had failed. Okay, let me pull this cover off, and be careful pulling that cover off, because you can see I broke 5 of the 6 plastic clips on there. It's pretty cheap plastic. I don't know if it's available from GM or not. I'm not going to buy an extra one or even find out. But this seal has gone bad, and what that seals is right there is your air intake. So if it's leaking at the top where that is supposed to be sealed, it's going to leak right into your air intake, right down to your blower motor, and right down to your blower motor controls, which my controls shorted out after they got wet. It's a $100 part at your local auto parts store, and probably twice as expensive at your GM dealer. So what I'm going to do is just silicone around that area. I'm not going to replace that gasket. I'm going to use that silicone, put that back on, let it dry, run another bead completely around that area, and hopefully that'll solve the problem. But I think that's what's causing a lot of wet carpet in a lot of vehicles. But I did not see this particular thing addressed on any of the GM forums. That's the reason I made this video, so I can show everybody there's just at least one more item to look at, and hopefully you can take a look at that and it'll solve your problem. Good deal. Thanks for watching. Bye.